Hey ho! How are you in whatever corner of the world I find you in? 'Tis I, Mark Manning, with This Much Is True. I'm not going to tell you all about it. Look at some previous episodes if you want. It's nothing big. It's like a 90-day project where I talk to you, hopefully over a few more platforms than YouTube, with the fullness of time. My apologies if last night's video was out of sync, but that is very much a first world problem. Is it not? You know, I could be cowering with what's left of my family in some basement in Gaza. I don't think the fact that my big Irish head was out of sync with my audio is really that cataclysmic when you compare it to such matters. However, I know why it happens. PC heats up during the day. I haven't time to let it cool down, and I just go on camera. It shouldn't be doing it today anyway. Procrastination is the thief of time. And boy, do I suffer from procrastination. We're on the 10th of January, so all the New Year's resolutions, which I didn't write because I like to see progress. You know, I have an idea where I'm going, but I've learned the hard way that to put it in kind of tomes of cement is possibly not the right way to go for me, as you just disappoint yourself. What you have to realize, though, certainly in the terms of a year or years, when it comes to procrastination, is if you don't take action, goes over your head. Let's face it, time is speeding up. I don't know what planet you're on, but it's always kind of gone fast, but it seems to be going even faster these days. Things are going to go fast. Also, whether you like it or not, things are going to change. If I compared how we speak, our attitudes to life and to people and to events and to civil liberties in the last 15 years, if I could have anticipated that, I would not recognize the world I'm in. But you're armed when you know there's going to be change. How you respond to that change is another matter. I don't want to get off beam here. I'm talking about taking action. Write down what you want to do, but see a progress in it. Some people go 10 things today, 12 things today, and, you know, the act of writing them out is actually the act, in some cases, of a procrastination. Recently, I find myself doing some of the stuff I want to do, and then coming back and writing it and going, it was kind of better that way, in reverse, because it's a pleasant surprise. Oh, I've already done that, so it's not on my list. I don't know how that works, but it's been working for me. That said, I think maybe 6 things a day, and even if you get half of them done, fantastic. The other thing with procrastination is there's a lot of navel gazing even in it. You know, it's a comfortable place to go and ruminate about what you're going to do. But the only way, I think, to shock yourself into a sense of purpose, and that's a big one. I mean, what's driving your motivation? You know, have you a purpose? Do you mean business? That's really one to ask yourself. And I think the way to shock yourself into it at times is to move with purpose. So I had a sleepy morning again this morning. I got a pain in my side, and you don't want to hear all that middle-aged stuff, but you know, it's very tempting at times to go in here. I have work on, and I kind of have a deadline for that work, but I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm going to run up to that deadline. I prefer a few days leeway. But in that cozy place where you know you have a deadline, you also have an opportunity to kind of slump about, ruminate, doze off, especially when you're working for yourself. And that doesn't work, because if you've any sense of self, or shame even, you know, you will find yourself paying for that rumination, for that dossing, if you like, with a guilty conscience. And then, of course, what happens is you go into overdrive, and you probably achieve what you wanted to achieve. But part of you at the end of it goes, why didn't I just do that in the first place? Then I could have had my dozing without a guilty conscience. So vow to do it now, if you can. It's easier said than done. But vow to do it now. And keeping you in that sense of duty, in that sense of obligation or I mustness, is moving with purpose. Go, go, go. And so I found myself, right, go upstairs, shave, have a shower, change my clothes, and I start moving. Get myself an aftershave, zoosh myself up to sit here in front of you. And you might say, waste more time because I've work to do. But I have a place to go this afternoon. That's why I'm doing my video early. I have a conference on and I'm getting out of the studio, which is great. And I have 2 audiobooks to work on. And one of them I can make very good money on within 3-4 days if I just put my mind to it. But procrastination, it's never worth it, especially you come to the end of another year. And what happens after a lot of that is you might just give up. And that's a shame, especially if you've got something to contribute to the world, if you've got something to give. Beatles put it very well. Something inside that was always denied. Something inside that was always denied. What is it with you? I mean, what would you really like to be doing? And of course it's a cliche, but if you're on the deathbed and the epitaphs are being written and the obituary, I mean, are you there kind of going, oh, I should have, could have, you know? Like that weighs tons. Whereas getting the things done, and even the journey that a lot of people refer to, you know, is its weight in feathers. Just getting on and doing it. A lot of very successful people, if you ever do look at their stories, they tell you that when they achieve the yacht, the keys to the Rolls Royce, the penthouse, the partner 30 years younger than them, it's a very empty place. It's a rarefied atmosphere, and there's not many other people knocking about. And those that are probably busy in the departure lounge of the likes of Epstein's jet. Epstein, who mysteriously passed away or took his own life just when he was in the eye of the storm. What a coincidence. All these fucking plastic people around them that went to achieve and achieve and achieve, when really it's the journey. It's the making things happen. Make it happen. So why was I talking about moving with purpose, etc.? Well, if anyone has ever served in the forces, I did my little bit in the territorials, and my brother and father did it in the real thing, the full-time stuff, and my grandfather. You know, you move with purpose and you march, and you adopt that can do, will do attitude. It's not for everyone, but there's a reason for all that drill, and that's to snap into you action on orders. So, in a roundabout way, what I'm saying is, you wouldn't get time in the army to sit around wondering whether you're bothering your arse going to do this in the next day, 2 week or month or year. You're fucking doing it, or you're out on your ear, or you're in the cooler for a week or so. So snap out of it. If you can, snap out of it. Vow to do it now. Let's see how I get on. And even if you can't start hitting all these bulletin points the way you'd want, if you're hitting some of them and you've a sense of progress, you know, and the price of progress is the pain of change. Can you handle that pain? I think you can, and it'll all be worth it in the end. Take care, 'cause I care. See you tomorrow.